want to talk about the Dodgers team needs. They still have some left, even after signing the amazing DH and future pitcher Shohei Ohtani. They traded for Tyler Glasnow and Manny Margot, and now they've signed Japanese pitching sensation Yoshinobu Yamamoto. So what do they still need? According to us at Dodgers 2080, and specifically me. So I think, first and foremost, I still think they need another innings eater. It's not that they don't have really good pitchers, but they have some issues that are out there of going, well, it's really good that you got all these studs, but what what happens when some of these guys might go, there's details about some of these guys. And so here's a little tweet here from this Baseball McGee. It says, Dodgers have a lot of talent in their rotation, but it's not foolproof. One who hasn't thrown an MLB pitch, Yamamoto. One who's never thrown more than 120 innings in a season, Tyler Glasnow. One off 2 Tommy John surgeries, Walker Buehler, and a year off, and 2 second-year players, which is Bobby Miller and Emmett Sheehan. Those are legit. Now, they do have more depth, which I'll cover in another segment, another video, but these are legit, and so I do think they need an innings eater, somebody like Lucas Giolito. I don't think they want to spend a ton on that. They've kind of spent $1.1 million. No, $1.1 billion. Wow. It's mind-blowing. But I still think they need an innings eater to cover, that extra 150 to 180 innings. Not Lance Lynn. He just gave up another home run. But somebody like a Lucas Giolito makes a lot of sense. Or make a trade. They have a lot of trade bait. So as we look at these needs, they have players that are blocked. They have a lot of starting pitching depth that's younger, that might be MLB ready, but they're not in the top 5 right now. They also have a lot of top guys, top prospect position players like Mickey Vargas and Michael Bush, Andy Paez. They might all be blocked, and they can't play them all. They're not going to insert a bunch of rookies again this year. Maybe one gets a real chance, and I would like to see more of them get things. The next one is right-handed power. I know last week we were all on fire hoping to get Randy Arozarena. A couple of blogs out there, or not blogs, tweet people were saying Arozarena was part of the trade. That's why it was taking a little longer to finish. Turns out it was more about a contract. But somebody like that, Luis Robert Jr., right, with the White Sox. There's others that are out there. They need to find a solid, and I believe it should be an outfielder because I think they're set on the infield right now. Probably a left fielder. So any outfield position, he can play left field. Because Manny Margot is a decent player. He's about, in some ways, as a hitter, a little bit below league average. So that's not the guy. People are going to say, "What about Chris Taylor?" He's not. It's not Chris Taylor. Chris Taylor is a good utility guy that you play all over the place. It's not Kike Hernandez, who, again, same as Chris Taylor, would be fulfilling a need I'm going to talk about later. So it's got to be someone with some real pop that can play all the time. Maybe it's Miguel Vargas playing left field. Maybe it's Andy Paez playing left field. I'm okay with that, but have a plan. Let's go with it and stick with that. Stick with that plan for a while. That's an easier thing to fulfill during the trade deadline. Oh, and my underrated guy I see so underrated, I even forgot about my own guy I want, Adam Duvall. That one he's a good defensive outfielder. He is 35. He's not going to be that expensive. Last year, he made $7 million a year with the Red Sox. He's still got pop. He's a good one. Not a great one, but he's a good one and might help. At least he would be better than a David Peralta. That's for sure. The next position or the need that I see is lefty bullpen pieces. I got to ask you, the audience, the question. Are Caleb Ferguson and Alex Vesey the lefties you want in the bullpen? Got to ask that straight up. And I have a feeling the answer is something else is needed. There's been rumors of Josh Hader. I'm doubting that's going to happen, but you never know. These people, these amazing front office people, including the great Andrew Friedman, man, they've surprised us so far a lot this year. Getting 3 really possibly elite players, via trade and 2 via free agency. And so that's they need another lefty in there. A lefty that's kind of that guy where a team that has left-handed hitters, let's say like Arizona, where they don't like left-handed pitchers in some cases, where they actually fear the lefty coming out versus, someone like Josh Hader. I'm not saying Josh Hader, but someone like Josh Hader that really comes across the body, throwing is just nasty and just weird angles and stuff. So I can see that. And then the last one, infield defense. So, and I'm Freddie's fine at first. Mookie's above average at second base. Now we get to the left side where Gavin Lux is coming off a knee injury. And so that range I'm concerned about. And he does have it's been a long time though, but he's had the yips before. The throw, where he just can't make the throw correctly. I think the last time that happened was like 2018 or 2019, but I believe that's gone. And then we have Max Muncy at third. So I mentioned Kike Hernandez not being a right-handed power answer, but he is an answer to more depth that they need in infield defense in that he could play third base at the end of the game. After Muncy's gotten his last at-bat, hopefully the Dodgers are up, and you put Kike Hernandez out there at third base. He was their best fielding third baseman last year. Now, it could also be that Michael Busch has made enough improvements. We'll find that out in spring training, where maybe he could help out in that area. So, and then there's the talk, and I'm not gonna poo-poo it. I actually am not a fan of it, of Willy Adames coming over to play shortstop. He would make the defense better. Or if they play Miggy Rowe more, they do the same thing with Miguel Rojas. I got to at least say it once. Use Rojas the same way I'd propose to use Kike. Once the game is near the end and Lux has taken his last at bat and he's been struggling on defense, if he has been, then you go with Miguel Rojas. So they need to shore that up. So the 4 needs, again, another innings eater, some right-handed power, real right-handed power, preferably in the outfield, some lefty bullpen pieces, and some infield defensive help. That's it. Thank you for watching.